All right, everybody, we just finished up from the Xbox presser. The Xbox One X just got released. Not released, it just got displayed and shown.
I was like, whoa.
It's out now. It's out right now. If you want to go get one, go to the store and go get one right now. We just found out the name of the new Xbox console. Presser was pretty good. I know we have a lot of thoughts on it. Reef, what are you thinking about it?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I just think that for Microsoft to really make a stamp, it had to be better than pretty good. It had to be excellent.
Yeah.
I don't think it was excellent,
Huh.
which is weird because they had great games. They had a diverse set of games. They had platformers, racers, shooters, adventures, RPGs.
Yeah.
They had over 20 exclusives. A lot of them were 17 and 18. They didn't have any sort of Death Stranding kind of situations where there was stuff way out.
Right.
But I feel like this conference was really to sell the Microsoft brand over the S, the X, and Windows 10,
Right.
which I think that they succeeded.
Right.
As far as selling the X specifically,
Right.
I don't necessarily think that this is really going to move the needle for a lot of people that weren't already bought into it.
Yeah, it was hard because it was, some of the stuff that we talked about before as far as what we wanted to see come to the forefront of, like, do they do something bold with the console design? Do they do anything different with the UI? Do we see anything that's going to be significantly different than what we've already gotten? And it feels like they played it fairly safe, which I feel like if you've been paying attention to what has been going on in that space and with that particular company, it feels like that is something they kind of felt like they needed to do. They don't feel like they can necessarily jump out and do something super bold yet. There are a lot of games, though, that I do feel that did pique my interest. There was some stuff in there that I thought was phenomenal. Anthem looked really good. That was something that blew us away. We saw it in the EA press conference the day before, but getting to see some full gameplay was something different, and I have not seen anything look like that yet, and that looked like something that was really cool. They had a lot of really great stuff on the indie side.
Yeah.
That was unexpected and really nice. I was like, this is the kind of stuff that I was hoping for actually to come from them. What do you think?
Yeah, and one thing I loved about the indie stuff is they definitely had their indie montage where people got a couple seconds, but that wasn't the end of it.
Yeah.
They gave a significant amount of time to indies, which I thought was really good.
Yeah.
I specifically loved Ori, which I loved.
Yeah.
So I loved seeing that make a comeback. I loved that they gave a lot of screen time to Life is Strange 2.
Right.
Which, is a game that we loved. So really think that they, again, did a great job with all the diversity, but it's on all the platforms. Most of them are on Windows 10.
Yeah.
They're all on Xbox S,
Yeah.
which is great, But I think that they kept saying all the stuff will look better on the X. Can't call it the Scorpio anymore, sorry. They kept saying 4K 60 and 4K 60, but the screens that they had in there, I didn't see anything at 60,
Yeah.
And that could be just a limitation of the screens and the projector format, all that kind of stuff. So we might, I feel like, really have to wait for some of the offline video that we can download or view on a YouTube to really see how this stuff looks, because everything I saw on there, looked like a really good looking Xbox One S or PS4 games, which is great. You know what I'm saying? I'm really excited for Microsoft from a software perspective. I just don't think this is going to push additional hardware.
The interesting part is always going to be, and it's always hard for any conference to show 4K stuff, because you never really get the full kind of breadth of what you're actually seeing in that process when you're looking at it on a big screen like that. So it's always hard to hear all that stuff too. But it's really difficult to kind of convey all that stuff in a really good way when you have it in a 200-foot screen. But the Artful Escape, that was a game that I was really excited for. The Last Light was a great game that I made that, didn't take the 4K power into task, but was artistically beautiful.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can do some of that stuff with the hardware that you might not have been able to do on the old hardware. So there are some things that you can kind of see pushing forward.
Yeah, but I'm not sure about if that is the same effects that they said that they're going to add to the sort of 1080p versions of the of the games as well. Because they did say if you get an X and you don't have a 4K television that you still should be able to see some enhancements. I feel like they should have went more into that, because I think a lot of people that they should be trying to sell this to don't have 4K TVs, but they might want to see their games look a little better. And I think that they kind of mentioned it as like a bullet point,
Right.
which makes me think that it might not be that significant for people that don't have the full kind of 4K kind of setup. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It's this weird feeling, because I'm like, they had a good conference.
Yeah.
But I'm not as hype as I feel like I should be.
Yeah, I mean, I came out of it not feeling as down on it that some people are kind of giving them. I feel like it was a really good show. I feel like it was really strong, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want any. I was expecting to get some stuff that blew me away, and I got some of that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the price point is probably where we knew it was going to land. $4.99 is exactly probably where we thought it was going to be. It would have been nice to have a cheaper price, just to definitely kind of shake things up. But it was really nice to see a diversity of games, a diversity kinds of stuff that would kind of feed everyone's needs. You know what I mean? Like, we got some shooter stuff. We didn't see a lot of sports stuff. That was interesting.
Very interesting.
That there wasn't a lot of sports stuff. We did see a lot of indie titles that were in the mix, and we saw a couple of that Metro trailer was pretty phenomenal. That was kind of nuts.
Yeah,
that was pretty dope.
that trailer, I thought that's the kind of effects that I really blew me away probably the most. Like the mist, the gas, like the way that things kind of went on your mask was really impressive.
Yeah.
Like the fur on those, whatever they were, that was attacking you. But I want to get back to the price that you mentioned. I felt like they kind of they didn't really trump the price. I didn't feel like they believed like, hey, we're giving you all this stuff and it's only $500. This is a great deal.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of just like Phil kind of said, yeah, and it's $500 and just went on to the next beat. It wasn't even on the slide.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt like they weren't really trumping it as a great deal. And I feel like if they're not doing it, I don't think the users are going to do it. You know, like I wasn't one of the people disappointed by the price.
Right.
There were some people that were, which I think that they kind of hyped themselves up for no reason.
Right.
Because this thing, it's not going to be the most powerful console and not be significantly higher priced than the competition.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like they should have really been trumping that price a little more.
I mean, I don't know if you can if it's about where people thought it was going to be, right? You're not giving anybody a huge incentive to evangelize the fact that you paid for about as much as what you thought you were going to pay.
Yeah, it just seems psychologically to me, it seemed like a weird choice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, the price or the not trumpeting part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. We have a lot of stuff. Sea of Thieves, really quick before we go. I think that was the game of the conference. That was the one thing that they showed that was bringing everyone to the table with a title that they already announced that then made people kind of double check it and think about maybe trying to go pick that up for the next time when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm glad that they chose extended gameplay on that, because until they showed the actual whole kind of heist,
right,
I wasn't really that sold on it. But like showing that heist, showing some of the madness that can happen in these kind of co-op games, I got more excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm definitely down for it.
Me too. So we have a couple things that are coming up during this week. We have more E3 coverage coming to you. We have more stuff coming on our Facebook wall. With C handling all that stuff, doing a lot of stuff on Mixer. Mm-hmm. We also have an exclusive interview with Aaron Greenberg, who is the GM of marketing on Xbox. That's going to be huge for us. We also have a couple other things that are in the works. So get ready for all the new stuff to us. We got a lot of stuff coming.
Absolutely. We got Bethesda, Sony, Nintendo, Ubisoft. All that stuff is coming up. Interviews, video. Just stay tuned.
Dope. Peace, y'all.
Yeah.